Imagine you are chatting with an AI. You ask, "What's the latest version of GPT?" And it confidently gives you an answer that is completely outdated. Why? Because large language models don't magically learn new information every day. So, how do we teach them something new? There are two completely different approaches. One is called fine tuning, the other is called RAG or Retrieval Augmented Generation. People confuse these all the time, but by the end of this video, you'll know exactly when to use each one. Let's dive in. Every language model has something called a knowledge cutoff. Think of it like graduating from school. Once you graduate, you stop learning new things unless someone teaches you again. The same thing happens with AI. It only knows what existed during training. Now imagine asking it about something that happened after the date. The model still tries to answer because that's what it was trained to do. Sometimes it's right, sometimes it's spectacularly wrong. This is what we call a hallucination. Not because the model is lying, but because it simply doesn't know. So, how do we fix it? There are two very different ways. Let's start with fine tuning. Imagine taking a student back to school. You show thousands, sometimes millions, of new examples. The neural network slowly adjusts its internal weights until the behavior changes permanently. After training, the model literally becomes different. Now compare that with RAG. Instead of retraining the student, you simply hand them a notebook right before the exam. Every time a question arrives, the system searches documents, finds the most relevant information, and injects it into the prompt. The model never memorizes it, it simply reads it and answers using fresh information. So, one changes the model itself, the other changes the information given to the model. Huge difference. Here's the easiest way to remember this forever. Fine tuning changes the brain. The knowledge becomes part of the neural network. It's always there, fast, consistent. But if anything changes, you have to train again. Now look at RAG. Nothing is stored permanently. Every question triggers a search. If your documents change today, the AI knows it today. No retraining, just updated documents. Think about Google Maps. Would you retrain the entire model every time a new road opens? Of course not. You simply fetch the latest map. That's exactly what RAG does. Now comes the most important question. Which one should you actually use? If your goal is changing the model's behavior, its writing style, its tone, or teaching it a very specific skill, choose fine tuning. But if your information changes frequently, like company documents, research papers, product catalogs, customer support, or internal knowledge bases, choose RAG. And here's something many beginners don't realize. These aren't competitors, they are teammates. Many production AI systems use both fine tuning for behavior, RAG for knowledge. Let's wrap everything up. Fine tuning changes the model weights, permanent, powerful, but expensive to update. RAG retrieves information only when needed, always fresh, easy to maintain. If you remember just one sentence from this video, remember this. Fine tuning changes the brain, RAG changes the memory. That's the entire difference. If this finally made fine tuning and RAG click, hit that like button, subscribe for more AI videos, and I'll see you in the next one.